everyone. My name is Derrick Ivey. I'm a board-certified clinical hypnotherapist, researcher, and intuitive. Thank you for joining me here today. And today I'm here to talk about how other people play into our energy, the things that we would like to accomplish in life, and our life path, our life journey. How do other people fit into that? And how does the company that you keep really affect your energy and your where you're at in life? So I'm sure you've heard that saying about the top 5 people that you hang out with, you're the sum total of. And just from my own experience in life through my studies, my research, my work, I've found that to be absolutely true. Think about the environment that you are in right now and the top 5 people that you surround yourself with. And you might even want to pause the video and write those names down on a sheet of paper. And this is just something to be aware of. It's not saying that you need to, oh my gosh, go and cut everyone out of your life that isn't perfect, because none of us are perfect. We are human and we are very fallible as humans. We are very imperfect as humans. Even the best people make mistakes, and nothing's wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that at all. We're all human. So, but the thing about it is you can't grow in a growth stifling environment, and that's just kind of how it is, right? Like if you are trying to stop drinking and you're hanging out around a lot of people who are drinking alcohol, or you're trying to quit eating donuts and you go to the donut shop every day for coffee, though your environment's going to play into your actual behaviors and manifestations that play out in your environment. So you can't grow in a growth stifling environment. And one of the things about this personal growth and development journey is that there are times when we really want to grow, and we're putting things out into the universe for us to grow, but the people around us are not ready to grow in the same ways that we are, and that's fine. Nothing is wrong with that. We're all very divine beings. We are all on our own journey, whether or not we are connected to the source of all life or not. We're learning lessons here. We are reporting back to our source what we're finding in this environment. We came into this environment to enjoy everything. We came into this environment to experience the contrast. And yes, we even came into this environment to experience the more challenging aspects of life. We even came into this environment to experience the really, really lows and the really, really high highs and everything in between. And our life experience is a big enough container to hold all of those different things. It's big enough to hold all of the sorrow and the pain and the joy and the love and the frustration and the sadness and the heartbreak, and it's all part of it. And oftentimes in life we think that if we're not behaving in a certain way, if we're not accomplishing certain results, that it's just a waste, or that we're not living up to what we're meant to live up to. But really, we're just here to experience it. And what you do all day is just what you do with your physical avatar while you're on this planet having this experience. So what ends up happening is as you grow, maybe someone else around you is not at that same point on their journey. And maybe they're even someone that's really close to you, but they're not there yet at the same place you are. And it's easy as humans to for us to want to say, well, this person needs to grow in these ways because I'm figuring this out, and why should they not figure this out? It's time for them to figure it out. That's not any of our business. It's like we are all fractals of source energy that are here as part of the whole, and we're also here as individuals. So it's not our place to say that people around us should be growing if we decide that we want to grow. That they're on their own journey. They are connected to their own truth, their own intuition, and their own unique expression of source energy. So, but here's the thing, sometimes when we start to grow, the people around us see that and they're not ready to grow in those same ways. And something about it might even scare them, it might even intimidate them in some ways to see you living out your truth and them not stepping up in their own world. And maybe they're not ready, and again, nothing's wrong with that, but they are they subconsciously might try to hold you back. So really think about that in your life as you are on this personal growth and development path, which I'm guessing that you are a little bit, since you're watching this video, that you do think about these things, that you do move towards these awarenesses in your own life. But notice, are there people who subconsciously or very subtly are trying to influence you? Are there people who are coming up with reasons why you can't do something? Are there people that are putting roadblocks in your way? Are there people that are becoming more needy as you grow to try to pull you out of your center? And it doesn't mean they're bad people if they do this. Everyone really does this to some degree, and it's all a subconscious mechanism to maintain the homeostasis. So it's like in a work environment, you're used to a certain order. There's this person fulfills this function, that person does this role, we do this at this time. And when something stirs the pot and disrupts that, there's going to be people who feel that energetic dissonance in some way. They might not even be able to put their finger on it, and most of the time they probably won't be able to put their finger on it, but they feel that something's different, that something's off. And the subconscious is a very, very beautifully complex. We have access to every memory that we've ever experienced, and we're always viewing life through the lens of all of those past experiences, the things we've learned, the things we know to be true, the things that are true for us. So you might notice that you're feeling good about your growth and then you keep getting pulled out of your center. Really look at that. Um, And that's one of the things that holds people back too. I went to a really wonderful workshop a couple weekends ago, and it was all about manifestation, law of attraction. It was by a really world-renowned hypnotherapist. And he was talking about how people hold themselves back because they're afraid to rise above their current community. As you grow, the same souls are not going to resonate with you than did before. So if you're at this level and you have not come to certain truths, you'll be a vibrational match to others that are on this level. And it's not saying that as you up level, you're better than anyone. Absolutely not. We're all part of the whole. We are all instruments in this beautiful divine orchestra that we call life. We all have our own unique sound and aspects that we bring to the table. But as you rise up, you're no longer a vibrational match at these frequencies. So naturally, your community expands to people that are at this new wavelength. And what happens a lot of times is people will begin to grow, and these people down here don't want to grow. And they're kind of pulling this person's shirt saying, but look at me, I need help, help me. What about me? But then this person, you can't get sick enough to make a sick person well. So by you dialing your vibration down, all you're doing is taking back these old programs that are on this lower level, and you're kind of disowning this new truth and taking back this old truth because you don't want to leave this person behind. What's the best thing for the highest good of all is for you to continue on your path of growth. Because if you don't continue on your path of growth, nobody grows. You're stooping down to this level to be here with this person, but then you're not growing, and they're definitely not growing. Really, the kindest thing you can do is leave people behind as you up level, because that inspires them to more. By you up leveling, yes, there's going to be combustion in the energy field, absolutely. So this person here is, they might even get a little upset. They might project things onto you because you're the one that shows them where they're deficient. And it's not that they're deficient, because they have the same choices, the same ability to change that you do. But maybe by you growing, that shows them what they're not doing. And then all of a sudden, you're the source of their pain because you brought that up in them. They would have never even thought about it had you just stayed down here with them. So don't be afraid to rise above your current community. Some people will be inspired to meet you up here after that. So you rise up, that inspires them to more. You rise up, that inspires them to more. That's beautiful. That's what life is about. We're here to help each other expand in these really huge, beautiful ways. And we're all reflections of everything. Everything is interconnected. We are, everything is us. For that other person, everything is them. Everything's a reflection of us. So you can see how it doesn't help to baby or coddle someone who is not ready to grow. You simply give them love to where they're at, and you continue on with your growth. Now, and just really keep that in mind as you walk this journey of self transformation, as you heal yourself, as you level up in vibration, that you are going to cause combustion in the collective. You are going to cause combustion as that growth happens, and you are going to rise above certain communities as you grow and move into newer communities. So you're here saying, I do want to grow. That's all I want is to be able to grow and expand and live my purpose and have freedom and feel connected to my higher self, and that's wonderful. But we need to set the conditions up vibrationally for that to happen. And if you're gluing yourself to your your past, Dr. Joe Dispenza always talks about this, how people I forget what he was being interviewed on, but I was watching this interview with him and he was talking about how we all do the same thing every single day. We go put the same clothes on, go in the same car, down the same route to the same office, see the same people over and over and over and over again. So we're not in that vibration of what we want to create, and then we wonder why we can't create it. So there's nothing wrong with wherever you're at. And I want to clarify that wherever you're at right now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You are where you are, and that's beautiful. And the people that are in your current vibrational reality, there's nothing wrong with hanging out with them and surrounding yourself with them if you want to stay where you're at. Now, if you want to grow, you're going to have to do different things. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So you're going to have to set that vibrational environment up for the growth. And you might need to be aware that your community expands as you grow. So, how do we set that vibrational environment up? And my best piece of advice for someone asking that question is simply go towards the light, follow the light. So, this is the other thing I wanted to talk about is sometimes people will start to grow and they understand this, but then they're a little too gung ho about it and they go and cut people out of their life. And that's not following the Tao. That's not following the universal life force. Going towards the light is because you're going to create more resistance by going and saying, you're not at the vibrational level around to be around, and I'm trying to grow. That's not going to go over well. That's going to then you've actually crossed that line to where you're overstepping that person's boundaries, maybe. Or you are delving into what they do and trying to tell them what to do, trying to control them. And this process is so beautiful, this expansion process, this awakening process, because it is so organic. The more you force things, the tougher your life gets. So, with people in your environment, you don't want to just cut people out that are no longer matching or you don't think are not any longer matching. What you want to do is go towards your truth and go towards your light, and those people are going to fall off automatically. Myself, when I quit drinking, I thought all of those people that I used to drink and party with and do drugs with and all of that, I thought they were never going to go away. But something in me guided me towards the light when I got sober. And I decided I'm going to do everything in my power to go towards the light, to move towards the light. I'm going to surround myself with light. And that's what healed me because that's what opened these little portals of healing for me. That's what gave me these little nuggets of healing that got me through each day, got me through each smaller piece, and then ascended me up. So you don't want to, nothing forced, nothing with resistance, just move toward the things that really bring you a lot of joy, move towards blossoming in your creative work in the world, move towards cleaning your environment, move towards building, move towards walking in nature, move towards all of these beautiful things. That is more powerful than saying no to things that are not on your path. So go to the light. There's this dynamic process that is set in motion that is how the universe works. That's how everything works. And I found it to be such a good guide as like, am I aligned with my vision, with my purpose? Am I aligned with, you know, and then I don't care about what's going on around me because my path is this clear path. And if you could just get there, you would feel that alignment, you would feel that connection. And those other people are either going to rise up to meet you or not. And that's not up to us. So go towards the light. The next thing is boundaries. You will have to set a few boundaries as you're growing, as you're moving to the next level. There's going to be people that are trying to pull you out of that, and you're going to have to hold to your boundaries. First, you're going to need to know what your boundaries are so you can set them. And remember that setting boundaries is not about being rude, being mean, being inconsiderate of other people's needs. Like, absolutely not. You are not other people's doormat. You are a sovereign being. And the sooner that we take responsibility for our own well being and don't hold other people around us responsible for our well-being, the sooner we grow, the sooner we actually step into our purpose, the sooner things happen that are synchronous. And that's a beautiful thing too. What boundaries do is they keep us in our center. They give us a little bit of buffer space, because if you say yes to everything that people ask you to do, you're going to be spread so thin. You're going to be so resentful at all of these people, thinking that they're the source of your discomfort and then missing what's right in front of you, the lessons that are right in front of you to learn. And boundaries are there to keep each other safe. They're here to say, this is my space, this is my time, this is my energy. That's the most precious thing you have. We're here on this planet in these bodies for a very limited period of time. And if we are squandering it by doing things we don't really want to do with people we don't really want to do them with, we're not going to get as far on our own path that is soul aligned. And then we're going to miss out on all of these connections with things and people and places and timelines that are very aligned for us. So that's why boundaries are important. And boundaries are not about saying no so much as they are saying F yes to what's inside of those boundaries. So it's like, if you say, no, I don't want to go on a long hike that takes the full day because I am going to be at home catching up on the things that nourish my soul. Maybe another day the hike would be aligned, but if it's not aligned, it's not aligned. And by you saying yes, you open up and converge with other people's timelines, and then their timelines are interfering with your timelines, and that stifles you. So you need to get really clear on if you want to move ahead, what that would look like for you. What are some tangible things that you're going to need to get done? How much time is that going to take you? Um, what how does the flow state play into what you're doing? Because if you're committing to all of these things on all of these timelines, then that freezes your time and kind of locks you in these really discordant patterns of energy. But if you're really clear on what is your path, then and you're think of it this way, think of a calendar. You book your own stuff on there. So the whole day is full and you already know what you're moving towards, what you are building and creating with your day. So then if somebody comes in and says, "Hey, do you want to go on this long hike?" You already have your priorities and your agenda there. And of course, there's always room for spontaneity within that, but have an idea of what you want to accomplish, how you want that to look. So then you can say no to the things that are out of alignment with it. That's why. So for myself, I don't like planning. I'm more of an in the flow, spontaneous person, but I kind of block out certain days that I do certain things so I can have the flow state within a structured state. And if you don't have structure, unfortunately, that becomes chaos and disorder sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Some people are just so freaking on point with, like, they don't consciously think about it, but they are being guided in these ways, and that's perfect if that works for you. But I'm one that I like to have a general idea of how I would like to use my time and energy, and then kind of leave buffers in there. And then that way, it's so much easier to know what's in alignment with my vision and what's not. And if it's not, you have to learn how to say no to it, even if that's family, even if that's friends, because there's a sacrifice sometimes. It's like, yeah, we do get to have it all, but the energy that you're pouring into your now, it can't be pulled in all of these different directions and have a coherent way forward, right? So it's all a learning process, it's all a growth process. And what really helps, I've found, is if you can find some people that will support you in this next level of your growth, and you surround yourself with those people that are in alignment with what you are doing with your life. Fill your days with other like minded people that are on that same mission, and you'll notice things just flow so much easier than pulling someone out of what they want to do to align with your purpose, or vice versa. You're actually just surrounded by that positive energy that is forward moving direction, and other people that are there to help you meet the goals that you want to meet. And that's beautiful. So this isn't so much as to think about getting rid of all these people that aren't in alignment with your vision moving forward, but this is about thinking about who you want to add in. Just like I was working with a client the other day and I loved what came through for her during her session. and she's looking to align with a higher timeline for her health. And what her guides let her know during the session was that she needed to follow an additive diet. She needed to add more delicious vegetables and colorful vegetables rather than fighting that old and fighting that the foods that she was eating, right? So the same goes with the people that are in our environment. Everything is pretty much the same in one respect like this. That the same goes for people. The same goes for your work, everything. It's add in those things you want to align with, add in those things that are aligned with your purpose, but don't fight the things that are not, because that just adds resistance, and resistance blocks you from that alignment. So in this case, what you would want to do is add in more people that are going to be in alignment with what you're trying to accomplish, where you're heading. So this might be just something to keep in mind. Like, I would really love to nurture a friendship with someone else who is in this specialty niche with me, for example. Or I would really love to meet more people that love gardening. If your vision is to create a beautiful garden in your yard. So where would you find people that love gardening? Where would you find people that would have good ideas about gardening and that are in that vibration? So that goes for everything. Start adding those people in. Start going to places where there's like-minded people. No matter what your mission is, there are places that you can go, there are people that you can connect with, and maybe it could be just something that you could add 1 or 2 of those per week or something like that. Just, be gentle with yourself. This is all about fun. We came into this environment to have fun. We came here to enjoy this experience, even though it is really challenging at times. We wanted this. Our souls chose this coming in here. We chose these bodies and we said, I want to come into this body and do this stuff on our planet. And that's what we're doing. And aligning brings us closer to that. So add more people, be in environments where it's just going to be buzzing with the energy that you want to experience, and emanate that energy that you want to experience. Be yourself. That's the next point that I'm going to make is be fully you. You have such a strong energetic signature that is just yours. You are a unique being. No one can ever be you. Everyone has gifts. Everyone has a purpose here in this planet, in this environment. And your harmonic signature emanates a very specific vibrational frequency that goes out into the cosmos. And that is, there's that one of my spiritual teachers always says, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So the squeakier your wheel is, that's what the universe sees as the potency of that vibration that you're emanating. So if you are fully yourself and you are fully true to yourself, what that is going to do is it's going to attract in all of these other people that resonate with that. And it's going to repel people out that don't resonate with that. So you might have a period of feeling very, very alone when you start to grow. You start to grow and you no longer relate with people, or sometimes it's even family. Sometimes family is so used to you being in a certain expression, and then when you start growing, they get scared because you're not who they thought you were in their mind. But I'm gonna tell you right now, dare to challenge that. Dare to break people's illusions of who you are, because that's all it is. We're all different, we're all new in every moment, we're all reborn in every second. The me that was 5 years old is already gone. I'm in this manifestation of this avatar now. And so really just be yourself, allow yourself to continue growing despite what that's doing with other people around you, and keep walking on your path. But you have to know what that path is and where that path is heading so you stay on that path. And to me, I think daily alignment with that is so important, and daily alignment with that naturally cleans your environment from energies that are not here to support you for your highest good. And it doesn't mean that all of these people that don't resonate with you are bad people. They're not. They're very good people that are on their own path. But as you grow, you are going to attract those souls that are meant to be with you on this journey, because the presence is wanting that through you, the presence of the source of all light. Also, work environment. So you might be thinking, well, that's great. I would love to, but I'm in a work environment that I can't do that. And I have to see these people. That's true. Yeah, I understand that. But are you gonna be there forever? How much longer are you willing to stay where you're at in an environment that isn't resonating with you? So my advice would be, go towards your dreams, go towards what you really wanna do with your life, and start building your way out. So it's like if you're at a job, you're in a cage, but you're in a cage with the door open. You can go anytime you want, but maybe it's serving a certain purpose by helping you with income or benefits or what have you, but you're building what you're building, and that's what's important, right? So you are aligning with different people by moving towards your dreams. So those other people will eventually move out of your reality when you raise to a higher frequency and you start aligning with what you're really meant to do here. All of those people are going to be out of your experience. So positive, happy people on your path is always a beautiful thing. um you can meet positive people that are in alignment with you on the internet. You can meet them in person, in support groups and enthusiast groups. You can meet them at the park. It's really up to you how you want to go about that. But really focus on bringing some new energy into your life, and don't focus on fighting the old. Focus on who you can bring into your life to help you see things in a different perspective. I'm such a firm believer that everyone who comes into our life is here to help us learn, and everyone is our teacher. Everyone is our teacher. And don't expect other people to change when you change and grow. They're on their own journey, and nothing is wrong with their journey or where they are at. So really respect that, accept them as they are, and focus your energy in the direction that you're going. Keep your side of the street clean. Keep your blinders on towards where you're heading. And as you go through this process, let fun and ease and flow guide you on this path, because that is a really strong, pure positive energy vibration. To be in that energy of fun, to be in that energy of ease and flow and love, follow that. All the people are going to take care of themselves if you follow that. Now, if someone in your reality is really, really not good for you, then you can cut ties with that person to protect your peace. If someone is actively disturbing your peace of mind, your well being, you need to set that boundary and cut ties with them. You may even need to cut energetic cords with that person. And when you cut cords with the person, you stop taking on their energy and you stop giving energy to them. And there are times when you do need to cut people out, because I was talking the whole video about move towards the light, don't fight the old, but that doesn't mean being a doormat to people that are not conducive to your peace, people that threaten your peace. Cut them out. And I'll leave you with this. I used to go to a recovery group, and they said, if you stay in the barber shop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. So that is very relevant to the people that you surround yourself with on this journey. But remember that we're all on this journey, on our own individual journeys, and we're all special divine beings. Thank you so much for being a part of this video here today. Thank you for your time and your attention. And I really would love if you subscribe to our channel. That helps us grow, that helps us reach more people. I'd love if you liked the video, and I would love if you left a comment, and I will do my best to continue delivering pure positive energy and useful wisdom for your life. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.